Welcome, 7 Days Survivors. We're back for another episode on the New Beginnings playthrough, Console Edition 7 Days to Die, Episode 4. Now, this is legally Episode 5 because somehow I had lost recording in between the last episode and then this one. And I think it was like around the 30-minute area, but I must not have hit record, although I'm positive I did, but I couldn't find it in the media. But anyways, to kind of fill in, it wasn't very exciting. The most exciting thing was I did do a little bit of exploring, and there is a wasteland not too far from here, which is kind of troubling because I'm not entirely sure how far that reaches and how I should go around it. But that was pretty much it, besides knocking out the stairs on the front porch and kind of like upgrading it to make it so I can defend from that porch. And then the rear rock porch, same kind of thing. Just broke down a few things and added a ladder. But other than that, it was just harvesting like I have been. It is nighttime, so we're gonna... Yeah, this is what I did here. Kind of, weird. I added some the arrow slits. Have a couple cobblestone frames on the side in case I have to jump up and shoot down. But I'm pretty secure now. Yeah. Our resources are pretty good now. Just trying to get that all knocked out ahead of time. I do want to create a horde base for 7th day, and I don't want to use like a POI for it. So I still got to knock out some wood and, if I can, quite a bit of cobblestone. I think if I hit these windows like that, the one thing I've never really looked into, and I don't think it really matters, but zombies, I wonder if their line of sight affects where you're at. I'm pretty sure it does. I mean, to an extent. I know the AI isn't as crazy good as a lot of other games, but I don't know. I feel like if I left those windows, because I used to always board all of that up so I couldn't see out, and then I'd have to like step out on a balcony or whatever to see, just so they wouldn't see what I'm doing. But I don't know. I feel like it's probably not something I need to worry about too much. Get to crafting some of this here. It's mainly tonight. I'm going to kind of work on getting the shovels up and then my weaponsmithing, and I'm going to do a little thing I kind of call double dipping, and I'll show you in a moment. I mean, you've seen me do it before, like crafting one thing in my inventory while I'm also crafting something else parallel to it, like on the campfire or whatever, just to kind of get the skill ups, because you got to kind of keep your head inside of whatever workstation that is producing product to get the specific skill up that it's doing. But pretty much my plan is here is I used to do this back in the day, and it's a pretty quick way. If you want to skill up your weaponsmithing rather quickly, is if you do have access to a forge and you've mined up a good amount of metal. I don't even need a lot of metal, actually, because they don't really cost a lot, but mine up a good amount of metal, then have that smelted in the forge, and then start crafting iron arrowheads. But what I would do is I usually pop out like 250 arrowheads, then I'll have the 250 feathers and wood in my backpack, and once those are all cooked up, then what I do is I'll craft either the iron crossbow bolt or the arrow. I don't have access to the crossbow. I haven't got the schematic for that yet, but I do have, the bow, so I can make arrows, and that'll be very useful. But what I do is with the first initial batch, it doesn't even have to be 250. I think right now, because I don't have a heck of a lot of iron, I want to save some of it. I'll just do like about 50, pull it out, start crafting, and then go back in and then run another 50 arrowheads. So I'm crafting and then the forge is crafting at the same time. So that'll be why I'm in the workstation. If you're wondering, it's like, why is he just standing there looking at the arrows being made? And what I'll do is I'll try to speed it up. I think when I get to the editing part, I don't want it to go, it's kind of boring. This is all repaired up. The power code's going to be, that's going to be a lifesaver, I think. Eventually, going into the snowy region, it's nice to have a puffer coat. Yeah, I'm going to need some oil for repair kits here soon. Alright. Let's get this puppy going. Time to rank up some miscellaneous crafting skill here. Alright, let's get hauling on it. I'll craft some more stone shovels, waiting for the iron to smelt up here. The forged iron, I mean. Alright, here we go, getting some of these arrowheads crafted up. It will go up pretty quick. If you have steel smithing unlocked, I think the first tier, then you can also make steel arrowheads, and with that you get even more weapon crafting experience. So what I would normally do is, even if I'm not going to use a bow and arrow or a crossbow, and I've skilled up as much as I want to, don't want to waste all my feathers on just stone arrows. So I usually will go up quite a bit, like over 100, and then I'll stop making the stone arrowheads once I get it forged. That's all the bottleneck is. Once you get it forged, then you have this option. So usually that's when you're going to do it. But then I'll do switch to iron, and I'll do like around 500 iron arrowheads. So I'll do 2 stacks of iron arrows. And then after, I've crafted in the forge and just waited for it to craft up, and then did the double dip. So the first, I usually would do like 250, wait for that to craft up in the forge, pull that out of the forge, then start crafting that 250 in my inventory. Then I go back into the forge and click on another 250, so I'm crafting at the same time. So you save time, and also you're going up pretty quick. And then what I would do is I'd do the same thing with steel. I would, after I finished that, then I'd get another 2 stacks of feathers, make 500 or 250 steel arrowheads in the forge, pull that out, and then start crafting it while the other 250 arrowheads are crafting at the same time. That'll get you up pretty high. I think it gets in the 300s, something like that afterwards. You get quite a bit of experience. And that'll make some really good weapons if you want to craft like a iron sledgehammer or whatever knife. You'll get a decent level 1 doing it this way. Remember, like the very beginning, playing this, I would do just clubs. I just craft clubs up, but that really doesn't raise it, or it doesn't raise it fast enough once you get past level 100. It's a lot of wood, it's a lot of crafting, and a lot of scrapping. Whereas this, you could probably throw, I believe you can throw those arrows back in the forge if you don't use a bow or crossbow, and get some iron return out of it, and that way you don't have to constantly scrap all the extra. For me, I always end up probably using a bow. I never really am a huge like looter the first week of 7 days, the first 7 days. I think I've only done like a couple playthroughs like that where all I did was loot, and I just had like a couple boxes on the side of a house or something, and for 7 days that's all I did was loot. And I got quite a bit of items to make guns and all that. My quality and scavenging went up. But it's only so many times I can do that. I enjoy just getting like kind of like rounded out, where I'm getting items naturally, being able to craft powerful items, and relying not on RNG, but just leveling up my primal weapons, so to say. The chairs should give quite a bit, it looks like here. I don't know how much chairs give. I haven't really done a test on that. I should do that. It seems like, I remember they were pretty good for fuel, but I should do a test where I set them down, chop one up, the other one I scrap, and see how much wood I get from each of those, and then test it to how long a full chair. I think a full chair will still always be longer in the forge. Here maybe I need to get that barb club going, Oh, so mind-numbing. Oh my god, these shovels, man. I don't know, if I get in the 200s, then I'll be happy making an iron pick. I mean, it really, I should just be making it as soon as possible, but kind of stingy. I like to have the tool at least be somewhat high level. And I haven't found a workbench or anything like that yet, so I can't really combine anything. So middle of the night, I might as well just get these all hacked out really quick. The first couple days playing it safe like this is like probably the most boring part. But I try to get it out of the way like this. That way later on in the game I'm not going, oh man, I want to be able to get this up because I can make steel tools now or whatnot. I'm telling you, I got a lucky find on that claw hammer. That is like huge. I was gonna make one, but I ended up getting that right before. I think right before I got the forge, right? Or I found the forge. And what I need is a miner's hat or even a flashlight. I think would be good. I would like. I don't think I can attach a flashlight to a pistol without the pistol schematic book. Should probably try that. But I usually don't like just having the straight flashlight in my inventory. I like to at least kind of have it do something other than just be a straight flashlight. Putting it on the gun, at least I'll have a few shots with that gun. By the way, I should be able to craft... Oh no, I think it's gated behind skill, right? Yeah. Should be able to craft 9mm if I spend... I think it's like 5 points. It's like one of the first unlocks to make the bullets. I don't know if that'd be worth it. They are cheap, like gunpowder wise, and since I don't have a chem bench. I think if I remember correctly, I think it's like it's the worst crafting it in your inventory. But if you craft it in like the campfire, I think it's a little better. I could be wrong. I think I'm wrong about that. I think the only good, efficient way, the 1-to-1, is from the chem station. I don't even think the workbench makes it much cheaper. I'll have to do a little testing again. It's been a while. It's been so long since I played console. So I'm just thinking about the horde base. You guys are gonna probably kill me. I mean, I haven't looked up. I'm sure there's like the best way or the best horde base, layouts to date for console. But I'm just gonna go with one of the tried and true, where I either make the pillars, the 50, the half pillars or whatever, or doing a pole base. The two versions I usually do is one would be the stilt base, which is like using the poles but doing like the corner poles and doing 4 poles connected together, but it takes up very little space just to make it like really hard for any zombie to kind of knock down this tower. Or I'll do like a pole base where it kind of in a bunker with the poles kind of going horizontal, and I fight like melee through there or shoot. That one you can kind of pick up the loot as you're going, and you got a lot of room to use your bat. I think I might do that. Especially the 7th Day Horde is not really critical. They're not going to be insane. I think these hoods probably good for skilling up. I'm not sure how this works. For some reason I thought the hoods were per cost were good experience to craft, but I could be wrong. Might be thinking of Ark. There we go. Look here on making some cloth armor to fill out the slots that are empty on my character after I craft these up. Alright. You'll get rid of that. Yeah, let's get rid of those, like, plant fiber. I've been pretty lucky on not getting hit so far, but I've been playing quite safely as far as safe goes with a bat, a club. Like, I haven't been fighting at night, and I haven't been getting too, like, cocky fighting them with the bat. One idea I had, not this playthrough really, maybe towards the end, because it's more of like an end thing, but it could be even beginning thing, I guess. But a long time ago, and I can't remember who this person was, but they don't play, of course, 7 Days to Die, but they had a pretty long going world as well. It's like a random gym world, but all he did was sledgehammers. And so for his horde base, what he had set up was this bunker, but it didn't hinder the zombies from coming in. They could all come in and get to him. But what he had set up in there was an kind of enclosed space. I think he called it like the temple or whatever. And he'd play like heavy metal music during the horde nights. But what he would do is he'd have these pillars on there'd be 4 hallways. So he'd be right in the center of these 4 hallways. And the hallways were like, I think they're like 10 blocks. Might be even more than that. Might have been like 15 blocks out. But it had pillars. So like the tunnels were, I believe they were like 2 wide. Might have even been 3. I think they were 3 wide. So it was a pretty good size place. It was all concrete. But they were like 3 wide, and through the length of that tunnel, he had pillars staggered. So the zombies could get through. But what it was it still diverted him enough as they're like cycling through, sifting through past these pillars, that he wouldn't get more than like maybe 3 zombies at the same time. And so he'd just sit in the middle there and fight with a sledgehammer, and all he would do is only fight with a sledgehammer, and he'd have a thing of medkits from all like the hundreds of medkits that he had, and he would just do that for the Horde Night. It's pretty intense. Yeah, see right there? That's where it kind of goes into the wasteland, unfortunately. So I'll figure next episode I'm gonna do a little bit of explore. I need to find a town. I also need to locate the trader before I get too much stuff built up. Get the FOMO. I feel like he has a miner's helmet or something in there that I can at least roll over, possibly buy if I like hack up enough tires or whatever. There we go. Couple car air filters there for smelt it down. I don't know how much I would get out of those, but the never-ending yucca. I also figured maybe doing a base in the desert. I could make like a pitfall trap. It's been like forever since I've even thought about making something like that. But with this seed being like right there in the desert, you know, like kind of convenient to do a trap like that. Ah, bummer. Every time I see a car, man, it's like, oh, car. Mining helmet. Mining helmet or a hoe or something, you know. Get some good stuff out of a car. one thing I need to think about as well was not selling too many items and saving some stuff for the mini bike eventually. If I get the book. See, take care of this guy. There we go. There we go. I'm digging this club now. Right in the head, man. Woo! What do you got? I always think I'm hearing something. Always something. Yeah. Oh man, that rabbit. Well, at least I'm getting some stuff out of the car. Better than it being empty. Like first few cars on this world, have all been empty. So this is nice. I find like a nice little town, hopefully close by. I can go on a looting rampage. Feel like it's kind of late now to do the looting rampage. Think what I'll do is if I find a place, I'll mark it and maybe even like position my horde base close to that town and then slowly kind of move over there. Depends. I might even just stay at this house. It really depends on the makeup of everything. I'm of course not close to a hub city, but not very close to the trader or a trader. Stay down, you big fatty. There we go. No sandwiches on you. Feel like for his loot table it should be the Shamway sandwich and beer. I think that'd be a good combo for that guy. Boy, I tell you what, man, the egg situation on Alpha 21 on PC is ridiculous. Almost every bird nest at least has like 2 eggs in it. So like the bacon and eggs thing is pretty incredible. I mean, you can't make as many as in this alpha or this build of the game because it only takes 1 meat and 2 eggs, where on the Alpha 21, I believe it's like 5 meats and 2 eggs without any skill ups. If you like put points into the chef, I think you can get it as low as like 3 meats and 2 eggs. Whoa. That is a hub city. I do not need to go in there right now. No, 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 no. That one's got to stay off the record for a little bit. You know, I should just go in and do it. But pretty bad feeling about it. I don't think it'd end very well for me. I mean, I got that extra 1 point of wellness or whatever. Try to hang on to that. Hang on to as much wellness as I can here. You know. I mean, I'll go in when I get, I don't know, when I get some scrap armor or something like that. I think a little bit more protection. Possibly like a crossbow or something pretty, like a good firearm. I'm trying to remember what spawned in the hub city. It was, I think pretty much everything, right? But huge chance for feral, spider, zombie, dogs, cops. I think the bees too, the hornets or whatever, the crazy hornets. Yeah, I think that too. There's a lot of stuff can spawn in there. Zombie bears, I think. Not like super common, but they're there. This road is pretty promising. Let's see here. Oh, we got some snow. You know what? Probably a good idea to dig up some snowballs for water if I need it as an emergency. Alright, that should be good. Try not to get too many lumberjacks on me here. I'm going to try to chop down one of these trees, maybe get a couple of seeds. Always thought it was kind of odd with the snow biome trees growing in like a green area or whatever. Grow them in like the burnt forest. It's like really out of place. Let's see any jacks close by. Bro jacks are pretty nasty as far as life is considered. I mean, they got so many hit points. I think, like, is it in the snow that you get more wolves? I could be wrong about that. Leave in the comments if you know. I think it was like forest and then snow. Like, chances of running into a wolf is kind of... Or am I getting this wrong? I mean, do we have wolves? I'm pretty sure there's wolves, yeah. There's bears and wolves. There's no like mountain lions like in Alpha 21 in the frozen area, but here we go. God, my aim's probably, oh man. feels so off. I need to go higher. Oh man. There we go. There we go. So let's see. This is the one part. It's kind of good because it after you hit it once and then it runs to its like the edge of its radius where it's running from you. There we go. He'll stop for a while, but you got to aim really high without moving. Did I get it? I better take care of this guy. Oh man, yeah, he's gonna cause problems. Oh, there we go. This is pretty good. I'll never do that again. Wait a minute, where'd he go? God, I am so blind. Screw that. I just need to grab that deer. Can't lose the deer carcass. I need that. I can lose a mow. Right, where are you? Is that it? I thought I killed it, right? Or is this the second one? I'm losing my mind. It's kind of ridiculous because it seems like they spawn like all together, like packs of 2 or 3. Sometimes it's really crazy. Maybe it's that same one. Oh man, horrible aim. There we go. At least a few iron arrows doing that. Oh, okay. I thought I'd gotten the other one. Yeah, a little full. Get rid of some shit here. Man, I need the hunting knife. I think hunting knife provides a little bit more meat, like machete or hunting knife. Alright, they're all going to be able to smell me now. The hell? Oh man. I mean, it's right there. Why can't I hit it? There we go. Some non-stop deer killing here. Pop you in the head if I can. So stay still. Come on, stop it. Stop it. Man, I am bad with the bat. I'm just asking to get beat up. It's like the uneven ground for some reason. Kind of like on a controller, like for me, it's easier to aim without the look, using the look as much, more as like the movement for some weird reason. Like shuffling side to side, just using the look to go up and down as far as aiming is what I do. But even that, like I'm not used to it. I need to get back into being used to it. It's another deer. I think there is still one out there I killed. I didn't find it. Alright, might as well use it. Try to get that medical skill up if I can. Nurse looked relaxed. It's not too bad. If I can make a big bow here relaxed. He kind of looks like I can't remember what the actor's name was. He played in Full Metal Jacket as Private Pyle. But he was in Men in Black as the water sugar alien. It was ridiculous. That's what the zombie kind of looks like. Water, sugar, put it in a cup. I can't remember what he says. Something like that. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, I'm hearing something. I'll pop some of these rocks up here while I'm here. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna need I have all the schematics I don't need, really, you know? Like, I think one of the first schematic I found, actually, was a sniper rifle schematic, which is kind of ridiculous. I think I found that, and I found rocket launcher schematic. But as far as like the kind of basic next tier items, I haven't found anything. No iron crossbow, no hunting knife, no gun books like the pistol or whatnot. No armor books, really. I don't even know if I found that. Maybe I found an iron helmet schematic, but I could be wrong about that. But yeah, I definitely need to hit either crack a book or pretty good sized town that possibly has a bank. If I have an iron pick, of course. Banks are fantastic, man. Like, they're really good for schematics as well, on top of the gun parts, but you find a pretty good amount of schematics in a bank. If you have your miner 69er all the way up and you pop all those safes open, you can learn a lot of stuff. God, another dare. See if I can get this guy. Use up all my iron arrows here. Probably should have just kept with the stone for the bleed effect, but I feel like my bow is high enough level. My actually archery skill went up pretty good. A lot faster than I normally did, I remember. That I can get like a sneak kill if I hit them. Or come really close to killing them. And iron does cause bleed as well. I remember that, like doing a little testing, and the stone arrows seem to apply bleed way more than steel or iron. The chances of it happening are quite substantial. You just lose out on a lot of initial damage. Is it dead? It's a whole elevation thing out here. There's really no flat land, you know? There you are. I see ya. Waste another 100 arrows on you here. Why? Come on. You just need to adjust it. Shooting too much to the right, I think. Oh my god. Oh, I'm bad. This is horrible. Yep, there will be no editing out of this as well. You guys are going to have to suffer with me. There we go. There we go. Okay, it looks like time is coming to an end on episode 4 here. Next episode, episode 5, we're going to pick up where we left off here and do a little bit more exploring. I hopefully got everything recorded correctly. But anyhow, I'll see you guys in episode 5. Stay safe, stay strong, survivors. Have a good one.